Good morning and welcome to Inversnaid. Now we're not on the West Highland Way, as Inversnaid is legendary for the West Highland Way, but we're starting the first stage of the Great Trossachs path, and I've got a lunatic with me today and the dog, so we've got some extras. This crazy mutt will pull us along today, but only around 5 miles from here. So we'll be going from Inversnaid up to Stronachlachar pier. It's about the only way we could split it up, unfortunately, but the route itself, it's about 30 miles long, runs from here at Inversnaid all the way up to Calendar, so about 3 or 4 days walking. Hope you enjoy it. I'll see you on the trail. Pretty cool. Just chasing the birds already. Yeah. So here we are, officially the start of the Great Trossachs path, and we'll actually be going along an old military road. I'll explain about those a little further up the road, but there's actually an old garrison, an old barracks up here as well, which will be passing right next to it, I think. But I'm really looking forward to this beautiful, beautiful start up through this heavily wooded glen, mostly oak and birch, looks like. Some alder in there as well, maybe some lime. But the midges are out in force. They love this kind of damp, humid day, unfortunately. And well, we're in July now, but Scotland has reverted to type this summer. The weather has been so unsettled. So we could get a mix of sun and showers today, but first things first, we've got to head uphill. One of the reasons it is so wet here, this oak woodland is actually classed as temperate rainforest. west of Scotland is so wet. Now there's not much of it left along the Lomond side. What there is left is beautiful, especially in the spring. It's chock full of bluebells, and it's utterly spectacular. You just get hillsides of purple. It's wonderful. But my abiding memory of Loch Lomond growing up was that it chucked it down here all the time. And yeah, well, rainforest makes sense. So this is the Arklet water, and for most of the route up to Stronachlachar we'll actually be up above Loch Arklet. So this is the river that comes out the loch, flows into Loch Lomond through this series of spectacular falls. Wonderful. If you're on the West Highland Way, or you come up this way to get to the bunkhouse at the top of the hill, so good excuse to stay there, I think, to come up and experience these waterfalls. Unfortunately, we got to go up. How are you doing, daft dog? Well, Willow. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I think it's safe to say that the path is a little bit overgrown up here. It's a bit of a bog trot in places as well, but oh, perfect day when it's been so wet to walk through thick undergrowth. My trousers are now soaking. So looking directly across Loch Lomond at the moment, the little village that we can see is Inversnaid, and to the right is the Inversnaid power station. Now the big hill at the back, almost invisible in the cloud, is Benin. It means Butter Mountain. We've got Ben Vane just to the right of it, and one of the Ben Vorlichs, the mountain on the bay. And to the left, well, that's Ben Narnairn, and these all form part of the Arachar Alps. So a little town of Tarbet's just over to the left, and over the hill is Arachar, and one of the most famous hills, Ben Arthur, also known as the Cobbler, but we're just not going to see that today with the cloud down, unfortunately. But there's a lot of drama in these hills when it's like this. I love it. We're getting a bit of wind as well, so midges have disappeared. Sadly, we've left the beautiful native woodland behind, and we're now in conifer plantation, but hopefully these aren't too far off being harvested. There might be a bit of time yet. They don't look quite thick enough, but I suspect once these are harvested they'll be replaced by native forest, so fingers crossed. It'll change the whole landscape here. Be far more aesthetically pleasing. Oh, good grief. That was a bit of a jungle expedition, wow. Yeah. You haven't told me. There we go. Inversnaid bunkhouse. Really good reputation actually. But yeah, I think if you were doing the West Island way, you'd want to come up the road rather than that path. Especially if you've had a long day from somewhere like Balnaha. Oh yeah. Just how much woodland's been established here, it's wonderful. So I think once that native or the conifer plantation is matured and harvested, they'll probably replant with native. So at some point in the future, this is all going to be some beautiful mature forest, mostly birch just at the moment. But I'm loving this, right in amongst the hills. So much drama when the weather's like this as well. Just a wee honesty tea room outside Inversnaid, the Killie Kettle. Cluck around and find out. We got some cluckers in there as well. So I forgot to bring my water, so I'll see if they've got a bottle of water or something. Or they looks like they're a bit out. So I think these ruins are part of the old Inversnaid Garrison, so these might have been barracks. I think it was one of 3 barracks set up during the Jacobite uprisings. Now I can't remember the final one, but the other is Ruthven Barracks up at Kingussy, which are quite impressive. Yeah, so someone's keen to be underway. But yeah, what a beautiful spot. And the sun's coming out. Great. I think we're going to be in fairly open land now until Stronachlachar, but we'll be following the original old military road. So these were built between sort of 1719 and the late 1700s. There's a period of building after the early Jacobite rebellions and then the later Jacobite rebellions. I'm not entirely sure when this one was built, possibly a little bit later. Well, and these two are coming over to investigate. Hi guys. Yeah. Couple of Canada geese. Are you trying to chase us off, or do you think you're going to be fed? Well, typical geese, they're probably more interested in chasing us off. But they were designed to move troops around the country quickly and easily to various hotspots of rebellion. Quite why they chose this location, I'm not sure. Only accesses down to Loch Lomond. I guess they may have been brought across by boat to Inversnaid to here, but it must have been a hell of a posting. Right out in the middle of nowhere, in the heart of essentially enemy territory, really. So I'm not sure what sort of capacity it would be. I've read somewhere that it was a similar size to Ruthven Barracks, which is quite substantial, maybe 500 men possibly. I'll see if I can dredge that up, but there we are. What landscape. And we're getting close to Loch Arklet, which is just behind the trees in front of us there. Yeah, so the garrison, about 100 men or so. So quite a small garrison actually, but still enough to control the area. But it must have been quite a daunting task being here. One thing I did forget to say, well, we're in the heart of McGregor territory, and we're in the heart of Rob Roy MacGregor territory as well. So it's likely they were sent here to subdue the MacGregor clan as well, because of course they'd been banned. Anyone with the name MacGregor could either be captured or sort of imprisoned or even executed without trial. They had got a reputation as being scrappers. I think I mentioned that in the Benin video when I was talking about Rob Roy as well. But I'm fairly sure Rob Roy was actually married here. It might well have been at the church back in Inversnaid. I need to check that out again, double check. But I can imagine being here, what, late 1700s. Or even the mid 1700s. It would have been a wild, desolate place. Still is a wild, desolate place. But exceedingly beautiful. It's all part of an RSPB reserve now as well. So, awesome. Anyway, my compatriots have disappeared off into the distance, so I've got a bit of catching up to do. First glimpse of Loch Arklet here. Big dam there. So I think this became part of the water reservoir scheme for Glasgow, the Victorian scheme that they piped or water from Loch Arklet to Glasgow. Which, if you see, the very first day on the Rob Roy Way, I walked past a lot of the aqueducts on that. So I think that's why the dam was built, just as an extra reservoir for the scheme for Glasgow. So this supplies water to the city. Wow. This is fabulous. I think that might be Benvenue just in the distance there. Right at the eastern side, eastern edge of Loch Arklet. Opposite Benin. So I'll hopefully get up Benvenue at some point as well and There's quite a good route up and down it. It's a bit more strenuous than Ben Ann was. But I'll give you the perspective of Loch Arklet from the other side. Hopefully find a decent day to get up there as well. But yeah, just tried flying the drone and it's a bit too windy for it, unfortunately, here. Wind's really picked up. Good thing is, no more midges. Because they were in a right biting mood down at Inversnaid. Anyway, the other three seem to be out of sight. I'm just spending too much time filming here. How awesome is this? Loving it. Absolutely fantastic. I'll check the pronunciation. This hill in front of us, I think it's Ben Ua or Ben Uva. I'm probably completely wrong. This one though is just called Corrieaeklet. There's a little lochin on top called Loch Arklet. Corrieaeklet just means a horseshoe. So you can see it's a little horseshoe. That's probably why it's got that name. I have no idea what Uha or Uva means. I shall pop it up on screen for you. great. There's been loads of these little orchids right along this path here at the side. Beautiful little plants. I think they're the common spotted. Not quite fully out in flower yet. Oh, brilliant. Just catching a glimpse of Loch Arklet poking out behind the hill there. Now the cattle thieves in this part of the world were called the Caterans. Again, I think I mentioned it in the Ben Ann video when I was talking about Rob Roy, but the Caterans were essentially fighting men. They were the right hand man of the clan chiefs, but because they were the ones involved in cattle thievery, they became a bit of a generic name for these cattle thieves in the Highlands, and that's exactly where the name Loch Arklet comes from. It's the Loch of the cattle thieves. So I hadn't realised that until relatively recently, but yeah, because, well, I guess the association with Rob Roy and the pass of the cattle as well. This area would have been where the MacGregor clan hid their stolen cattle, so understandably that it became the Lake of the Caterans. So, and of course it's the birthplace of Rob Roy as well. It's just so great to see this landscape that when I was growing up it was just covered either in heather, moorland or commercial forestry being turned into this native forest. It makes such a difference to the landscape and the wildlife. Big red squirrel up here, pine martens, feral goats as well. Probably red deer in this area as well, I would imagine. Maybe right just on the edge of their territory, but I'd expect to see red deer in and around the Trossachs. My guess is that these big boulders originated from up there somewhere. I'd have given you a sore head if it landed on you. Ben Ann in the distance, so a Benvenue just on the right, but what a wonderful view. This is brilliant. As I say, if you've got the time, and you're doing the Rob Roy way, extend it, come up this way, walk from Drimmen up through Balmaha to Inversnaid, then come up this route up to Stronachlachar. There's actually a hotel at Stronachlachar as well as a cafe. Then right round Loch Arklet and up past Brigaturk and on to Callander. And I've got a sneaking suspicion that the rest of this trail is going to be fantastic as well. So yeah, a really great alternative to the start of the Rob Roy way, I would suggest. I've thoroughly enjoyed this today, it's been fabulous. Well, we're parked down at the pier, so the route heads off on the waterboard road there, round the loch. Traffic free as well, although cyclists use it. But we're going to head down to Stronachlachar pier and bring to an end this short day from Inversnaid to Stronachlachar. Cafe down here, you can get the boat up from the Loch Arklet car park up to here as well. Walk back. That's the plan for the next day. If you're doing it in one go, well, you'd always stay at the hotel down here. I think we're just inside the camping management zone as well, so I did see a sign about a kilometre back. So here you would need a permit to camp. You're not allowed to wild camp in this area, unfortunately. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this walk on the Great Trossachs path. I certainly have, even if you lot haven't. So please click that like button, even consider subscribing, or leave a comment below, and hopefully see you out in the trail soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.